Hey Sean, so I am making you a heart-to-heart video. I'm always kind of surprising myself with these because I never thought that I would reach out to a stranger like you in this way, but I'm just really feeling connected with like your content and the exchanges that we're having in the comments. And so with this project, I'm really trying to make an effort to jump on that like feeling and that train of kind of inspiration through connection faster than I have before without like questioning myself too much about it or like freaking out about like looking weird and sending a video to somebody like this. But it's just, I'm really feeling it super strongly right now. And what do I mean by that? Well, I mean, I just watched your video talking about your feelings around politics. And when I first saw that video, like just when I saw the title, I was like, oh my God, he's like I felt like scared for you because that's a kind of topic that I have not ventured into, and that as I said in the comment to you, I know that I experience a lot of guilt around because I have a hard time like accepting the fact that I cannot force myself to be interested in politics, and I feel like I should be like more involved, and all of those things. I know that you totally get it based off of what you shared in that video. But so basically, I just feel like we're on the same page for like certain things and in like the whole creative process and stuff like that. And so I just wanted to invite you to have a heart to heart because I'm feeling like, I don't know if you've seen these videos that I'm doing, you can check them out for an example if you'd like, but I'm feeling like what the heart to heart project is kind of moving into is creating like an exchange with other creators, other people who are practicing expression as I've been doing, but in their own ways. And so you're one of those people that I've seen around on YouTube. I think I saw your video a while ago through the Black Fence Cat. I think he had suggested watching one of your videos or something like that, and I went to check out your channel. And yeah, I loved it. Like I love the colors and like your creativity in your thumbnails, and like the way that it really shows that you're having fun in like editing the videos and putting them together and beginning to thrive in starting to express yourself. That's what I'm seeing, and I every time that I see that, I light up because I know the feeling of beginning to put yourself out there in that way. I know the struggles of beginning to put yourself out there in that way, and just like this journey that it brings us on, right? And so basically I just like want to take a moment to connect with you, and I would love, if you're into it, if you could send a video back in response, like a video letter. This is kind of my form of doing interviews. It gives us time to reflect and do things on our own, edit things if we want to, it just gives you a little bit more control as an introvert to see how you want to do this and at your own pace. So I would love it if you're into it, if you would like to send a video over just from your own heart, just expressing whatever comes up for you after hearing these 4 minutes of me sharing with you. But then also, I'd love it if you could go into telling us a little bit more about your journey with expression so far. So there are a few questions. I'm going to try to just say them to you now, but I'll write them to you as well so that you can just reflect on these. But I'm thinking I would love to know, like, first of all, what brought you to this form of creation? What brought you to this platform? Like, were you making videos before? Was there something that inspired you to start doing this? Was there someone that inspired you, or several people? I'd just love to know. I would love to know about maybe some of the struggles that you've experienced in starting to do this, like if something, maybe you thought about this before and something kind of like held you back, or you've experimented with other like modes of creation or expression, but it didn't work out, or like I don't know. I'm basically just trying to see like what brought you here and if it was easy to get there, I guess. And now that you're in this particular creative situation, what are some of the things that you're struggling with now? So just struggles in general, basically. As always, there's no right or wrong answers to any of this. Just share whatever you want to, whatever comes up. And finally, I would love to hear, because I've seen you write about this sometimes, and I think like you experience some of the same things as me about this. I would love to hear just some of like the wonderful and awesome things that you're getting out of starting to express yourself and to create in this way, and like the benefits, basically. Like, what are you loving about this process? What is like keeping you going, and where do you see yourself going with this at this moment? I would really love to just hear what comes up for you around all of this stuff. Don't worry like about it being too long or anything like that. Like, just let yourself go, and feel free to send me like a link to a video that I can then share with the people on my channel in order to hopefully inspire other people on their own journeys of expression. Because I really like what you're doing, and like I like your vibe, and I just feel you enjoying this and having fun, and I want to encourage more of that for people if it's something that they're kind of feeling called to do, but are a little bit scared to do it or something, because we know how that's hard. Okay, thank you for like being there, for putting yourself out there. I'm really happy to just see you around in the virtual world, and to hopefully now exchange with you and connect with you in this new way. All the best to you. Take care.
Hey Amanda and everyone on her channel. So this is super cool. I know we've been just talking recently. Down in the comments, I've been dabbling in your videos, and just I'm a lot newer to this than you are, it looks like. But I don't even. So anyway, I appreciate you structuring this, because I see your intention in mind. And with me, since I've been on YouTube less than a year now, I've always wanted to do like some kind of collaboration thing, and the idea of it sounds awesome. And you can just kind of, bring other people together, open fields of view from different communities, and bridge them together, and you can just help more people out. In my opinion, that's how I look at it. But with me, I've never done like a video interview on somebody or whatever. And when it comes to structure, I am not good at it. So for you to put in this kind of effort and actually just kind of lay the groundwork for somebody to follow, especially someone of my nature, it's I super appreciate it, because that whole live interviewing type thing that you see on Google Hangouts on a lot of these channels, that's super. Being live, I'm not gonna gather my thoughts. Like, it's gonna be bad, and I don't know. So again, I appreciate this, and sorry about the long intro. I get excited easy. All right. Yeah. I mean, I got my computer up here because you just sent me that video, and I'm trying to figure out where I'm even supposed to do here. Yeah. Okay. So you asked 3 questions. Let me try to follow the bouncing ball. 1, what has inspired you to begin creating and expressing yourself on YouTube? So with YouTube, I don't have any video schooling or any kind of video stuff. I'm technologically not advanced, and I'm not big on the social media stuff. I have a Facebook, but I don't use it. I don't have anything else. Snapchat, I don't have any of that other stuff. All that fancy Twitter and Instagram, I don't have any of that. Not saying I won't ever get it or, find out that there's other things over there. But right now I'm just trying to figure out YouTube and how all this social media, putting yourself out there stuff is. And if I start adding like 8 other apps on there, it's going to be overwhelming, and I'm going to shut everything down. Probably. I'm not I'm not like a storyteller by nature, so I hold back. If I'm in large groups or I'm outside of people I'm comfortable with, I'm not one of those storytellers. I don't sit there and gather people around the fire to listen to Sean's adventures. But I have a lot in me that I feel that I can share to others and just experiences I've had. And so going into the video stuff, I made a video for the first time probably like 4 years ago that was just on a free editing program. It was just picture based. It was completely it was like for a Happy Mother's Day, a Happy Mother's Day thing with, just my family, my kid, and just kind of it was just pictures. There was no video in it at all. It was but it was an edited thing where I got a taste of editing. So I love the process. And within the last couple years, there was an opportunity for work to where a customer needed some kind of training video on how to take a machine apart or something like that. So I jumped back on my editing software. And through that creative process, I realized that I can paint a picture in a time orchestrated sense to where typically when I do share something or do something, that have to really wrap my head around, I miss points. I leave points out. And things that I really kick myself after the fact when I go home, I'm just like, I really wish I would have made this point or backed me up with this kind of thing, whatever. And with editing, it gives you that time. So even though I'm talking to a camera, as in this, and through to you, when I send it to you, and it's kind of a exchange of communication, it also gives me that time that I need to really validate what I really wanted to say. Because, on these videos, even I'll do that too. I'll record it, and I'll do that on this one. I'll record it, and then all of a sudden, I'll look back when I go through editing, and I'm like, man, I wish I would have said that stuff. And then I can back it up with putting something in there. I can add like a little, some kind of quote or book or something that I can essentially just throw back. Okay, you get it. But that's where I really like the whole vetting, and I can take all the filler words out and all the crazy stuff that makes me sound crazy, even though I'm really just trying to dig deep and to get out my message in a sense. It does come out it can be annoying with all the things I say and the ums and whatnot. So with video editing, it's not making it to where you're making yourself look like fake or inauthentic, but it is allowing you to convey a message in more of a direct manner instead of just people hanging on.
All right, get to the point already. We get your little ums and likes, but just please get to the point where we have things to do.
So I can get my things across a lot quicker, I guess. Swirling back to the beginning with with the video, tapping into the video stuff, I found that I kind of enjoyed that whole process. And again, whether it's YouTube or not, I just like the whole realm of video editing and videography and things like that. It's a very creative thing for me. And people can they can build sculptures out of clay. They can do all kinds of stuff. But with me, I found the video is a huge creative venture that just is never endless or whatever. You can just with editing stuff, you can do and that's why I'm trying to up my game. So really on a lot of this, it's just building my own personal video skills up. And YouTube's allowing me to connect with people, but also just learn an art that I found that I'm interested in within the last few years. And that's all it is. So for me, it's like a win-win all around. And not everyone's gonna be into video editing. Video editing is a lot of work. If you take the approaches that I take and just wanna really figure out all the little things you can apply in there. That's the thing. It doesn't matter what kind of editing software you have, the biggest and the baddest and all this stuff. The more you have at your fingertips to do, the more, and especially how my brain works, it pops in millions of ideas that I'm like, oh, I'm going to put all this in there. And that really takes time, which I don't have a lot of. But when it comes to my style of video editing, you don't have to make a hugely altered video. You can just film it like this and just send it. But I'm going to go back and just add all my things, to kind of readdress my point that I was trying to convey. So yeah, number two, we're at 17 minutes now, I'm sure. What are some of the struggles you have and are experiencing on your journey of expression? The thing about YouTube is I'm always gonna kind of push that out there for other, like-minded types to look into YouTube. I was nervous, and I still have it. I'm not super comfortable. I'm getting the more videos I make, the more comfortable I'm getting, and just you can kind of take those hits with some of the negative things that you can, because again, I'm void of criticism. I don't like things like that. I don't like conflict. And that's one of the biggest things I think fear kept me away from making YouTube videos is I watched people for years and years, just watching other like-minded types and just really relating to them. And I was always just, oh, I can never do that. There ain't no way I'm putting myself in front of a video, because Sean doesn't even get in front of cameras for pictures. When put in front of a video aspect, that's not happening. But it led into this. I kept watching. I'm like, you know what? Instead of just being a content consumer, I feel that I can apply a value on there like those people are applying to me. That's all it was. It was just kind of like, you know what? All right, this was a no-go from the beginning, but I want to figure this out. And in the end, right now, it's really, I enjoy it, but there is a difference with understanding to, again, like yourself, and being a content producer, regardless of what people say or how many views you might get or all that videos, that person's no good because they got under 100 views on that one video, so that must, but it's not about that. But when you have access to, because you never know who you're gonna like infect or not infect. It's not a disease. You never know who you're going to touch, I guess. Inspire, that's what the name is. So, but if you hold on to something because of a fear of, this is probably not gonna help you, you're gonna not be able to inspire that one person that might take that idea, that small little snowball, and they're gonna blow it up into a huge one and make a huge difference. So you never know when you can actually contribute to a movement. And that's how I see a lot of this is, you're not gonna help everybody, or not everyone's gonna be into what you're making. But it's really just, if you're just true to yourself and you make that just commitment to, you know what, I'm not doing this because, I'm not getting paid for any of this video. It's like, it's not, a lot of people, oh,
You're on it to make money.
I haven't made a single penny from YouTube, nor do I ever see myself making a single penny. It's just a matter of, again, like you said, it's the expression part, and people, oh yeah, whatever. But it is, it's like, I'm very comfortable in this. I'm in my room by myself. No one's in my house. And I'm sitting here, I can totally let loose and be excited and giggly and smile and all excited about this thing that you set up. And I wouldn't be naturally doing that in front of a group of people outside of my house and my safe haven and whatnot. But yeah, on YouTube, a lot of the struggles is, for me, it's seeing those numbers on the other side. When you're a content producer, YouTube gives you a ton of numbers. You can see things that others can't. So yeah, you see subscriber numbers, you see likes and dislikes, but you're really in tune with, you see all the comments that come your way. A lot of people will skim comments and whatnot, but you see it all. And so at this point, the community has been very non-confrontational with me. It's been very welcoming. But when you see those dislikes, or which are gonna happen, you're not gonna please everybody, and not everyone's gonna like what you're doing. When you see those dislikes and those subscribers that like just drop off, you make a video and someone drops off. I think if you were to get bigger into the thousands and all that stuff, when you have more traction and those numbers are just kind of constantly coming in, but when you're just getting one subscriber a week or something like that, that number it sits there. So if you see you're at 100 and then all of a sudden you're still at 100 for like 4 days, and then all of a sudden you go to 99. You're hyper. You can see that just right in front of your face, and then you kind of reflect back into how I am. Just like, I don't, what was it? Was it something I said? Was it something I did? Should I do this? Or it makes my mind. That's one of the biggest struggles for me is those numbers, and it's really important to look past that stuff. I'm not trying to be a 1 million subscriber channel thing. It's not that. It's just when it comes to a struggle, that's the very big part of when you're a small channel and you don't have traction and just, subscribers coming in like, 3 or 5 or whatever a week or a day, then you can see that drop off as being a mind tailspin type ordeal. And that just has me pause a little bit and be like, oh, what do I do? But again, I'm drawn to it. I come back, I take all that and I process it because that's just what I do. But I will also come back to the platform because it's, again, like I said, it's the videography part, and just alone is what I'm interested in, is a craft to learn. But then also, number 3, what about this process motivates you to continue expressing? So I'll just blur into that instead of keep going. I'm not the person that expresses myself openly in public, because again, especially in the Western society, in my job career field of an industrial, electrical, mechanical type person, you have a lot of those just rough alpha males that are commonly around you. It's the majority is in that kind of career field. If I was in some other, artsy type career field, then that would be a little bit different, and you can open up and express more. But me, I'm really pent up inside to where I'm just suppressing all that because none of them want to hear it. Right when you open your mouth about anything, I like that piece of art, then they start, saying alpha male type things towards a creative person. I don't want to go into detail with that, but they're very colorful with their words. So again, I've been in that environment for 20 years. It is what it is. I can manage in it. But at the same time, I have a lot inside of me that I just want to let out. And coming back to YouTube and just throwing a video out there, it's very scary because you don't know what's going to happen. You just put it out there and be like, hey, this is what I was into this day. But what it does is the comments, honestly, like the engagement of when you throw something out there just unfiltered in a sense, then you have all these people come back.
Yeah, I relate to that. That's totally me. You helped me. This is awesome. I didn't even think of it this way. Thanks for the recommendation on this movie or book or
whatever it might be. That right there is, like I think I say it in the majority of my videos, is just the commenting part is just like my favorite part of, you do all this process in creative and it's like this long creative road of, making a video and just what you're going to do and say. And then at the very end of it, you get tacked with a bunch of like-minded people that come your way. And it's like, to me, it's super, it's awesome. Like, that's all I could say. I don't know how to, so there's a lot of bads on here. And for like-minded types like us or whatever, there's a lot of things I think that are bad. But if you can really look past that and just look at YouTube as being one of those creative outlets, even if you're not into the video editing just side alone like I am, you can still just put yourself in front of a video. And again, you never know who is going to come across your way and see one of your things, like your quirks that you might do in your videos that they can tell,
oh, I see myself there. That's me.
And it opens them up to, like you said, like if they were like me at one point years ago, and it's just like, I will never do that ever. It's not happening. But there's been plenty of people where more videos I watch of just like these people doing it than all that combined into making my mind go towards, you know what? I'm going to go do it too, because I'm going to go give it a shot. And that's what it is. They inspired me. They weren't heavily edited videos. They were, they didn't have any of that fancy flair and sound effects that I put in there. Because again, it's not needed. You can have a completely grainy film and just whatever it is, and your message is what's most important that people can relate to. And that's where I see, and it's important to have fun. If you're not having fun, then, you can try it. And if you're not having fun, if it's just too overwhelming, then you can move on and find something else. There's tons of stuff. But for me, just personally, with the combination of everything that I look at towards this, I do, I like it. So again, I don't know if hopefully I answered everything, and I don't know how this all works. Amanda, I totally appreciate you setting this up, because right when I read it this morning, it's been something that, I've always wanted to come up on a collab or an interview or something, but I'm just like, it never comes to light, because it's like, I have no idea where to even start. And you setting that forum is, helped get us here to this point. So super impressive. Not super impressive, super cool, I guess. All right, now I'm getting all giggly and weird. All right, so hopefully this is okay, and I will see you later, and have a great day and all that stuff.